Oh, yes.
Okay, so Bounty's banned.
So Bounty's banned.
Yep,
And
of
Io's
course.
banned. Where's the Lycan ban, though?
They're going to ban it.
Are they?
I think what? ESPADA will probably ban, what, Shadow Demon Naga or something like that? Or are they first pick? Spirit will probably ban Naga. Let's see. We will find out. So what? The OP stuff was what? Lycan Pugna, right? Lycan for sure, and then with the combination of Pugna was super.
Yeah. That's what Fly to Moon were doing.
Yes.
And we have the Bounty Hunter ban out against the Espada all the time because Immersion is the god. I think he's the breakout player for this CIS qualifier for sure.
His bounty was very good. His Sand left quite a lot to be desired.
So we
struggled.
We
he really
hyped
struggled.
up that Sand King, and then he like missed loads of burrow strikes.
Many burrow strikes, and he didn't cast many epicenters either. He really struggled.
That's so unfortunate.
So Clockwork and Bane. All right. Interesting how Clockwork's banned in this one. I know these teams do like Clock a lot, but it's a lot on. I keep saying Fly to Moon, Windstrike. They're the big Clockwork team because they run it in offlane as well.
Yeah.
So okay, so Axe and Skywrath are left open.
Yeah, surely you take the Skywrath here, Espada.
I think you should definitely take the Sky. Maybe you just take Beast Sky here, but they've kind of fallen away from Beast on these teams a bit.
Hey JJ.
Huh?
Will it be possible to have audio on the television as well?
There is audio.
There is.
Oh,
I just enabled it. Sorry, I had it muted for the replay testing.
Remaining. What you talk?
Oh, no,
That's enhanced
spoilers.
production value that you can't talk about yet.
Enhanced production value.
You guys
Oh
gonna
yeah,
love
Dog
it.
is still in the pool. Whoopsie.
It's gonna be amazing.
I still think you want to take the Skywrath.
Yeah, I don't think you want to let them get Axe Skywrath. Unless you're going to run Pugna.
Thing is that if they take Skywrath, Spirit's gonna take Warlock. So it's like, what do you want to play against
maybe
more?
rather have Warlock actually.
Maybe you want to take the Warlock if you have the Naga Siren.
Take the
So then
Warlock.
you have like your team fight is secured. Your lanes might be actually your lanes still be okay. You might be able to sustain through it.
Meow.
Hi Kitty. Hello. You're very fuzzy. So it's Warlock, Sky, or they do something completely different. But Spirit more than likely are looking one of those two.
Taking their time.
They are.
Bit unusual for the.
I don't have my hero list in front of me. It's very tough.
Oh.
Tough to think right now.
I can give you hero list ones.
Nice. They take the Warlock. Okay, so they secure taking the full team fight instead.
I mean, that's what we thought they'd do.
And it's
isn't it?
like if they do take the Skywrath, then you have the heal to sustain the lane to tank through it.
Oh, they go for
but
the
they get
Lycan.
I mean, I
though.
like
Oh, wait,
that better
Lycan
than the
wasn't
Sky.
banned.
Yeah, because
Lycan
it
was
wasn't
not banned. They banned out Night Stalker instead.
didn't
Oh,
like
you're
it.
right. I actually thought the Night Stalker was a Lycan. Good morning, everyone.
That's okay. Pugna banned out. Seen a lot of Pugna.
Yeah. I mean, they've got Lycan. They're going to be feeling pretty good, Spirit.
They got Lycan.
They're going to Lycan.
There's a Naga.
Hey, look
Yeah,
at that.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Do they see that too?
No.
No.
No,
They
no,
don't see
that's
the
just-
hero list?
that's
Nice.
just you
Can you
guys.
block out Owen's face for me, though, instead of Shoot?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys don't see this, but this is perfect. Now we got everybody but Owen. And me.
And you guys still get Owen.
You
Hey.
guys still
It's
got
still no fogged.
not me.
Bye.
So Lycan and Axe. So right now Espada has crazy amounts of team fight, but Spirit has pretty good lanes coming out from this. I mean, Lycan just seems to be really dominant in this one. The Naga net can be pretty good versus Lycan, though. That long duration net. And if you get to the higher levels, when you get that reduced ensnare cooldown to it, like, I think it's 15, you can actually chain lock down the Lycan for the most part during that shapeshift. But Book is always going to be running rampant, but there is Fatal Bonds too, so Espada have some decent ways to deal with it.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Now we have 2 hero lists.
Wait, what?
What's happening?
I just got rid of all the extra shit here.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
JJ.
fancy.
Honest. So they banned the DK, the hard lockdown, versus the Lycan. And if you have vision, also of the Axe when he blinks in, you can get that like instant Dragon Tail.
What?
Twist.
What's twist?
There's no twist. It doesn't.
Well, you gotta turn it on
The
if you want it
fan.
to twist.
The fan you gotta put on.
The remote is on the top of it.
Make sure your mic is. Like
She's
this.
got it.
There is no twist to the fan. Okay.
You mean no oscillation, right? Isn't it called oscillating when it
Is it
turns?
really?
I
No,
don't know.
oscillation should be a sinus function. Up and down.
Isn't there? I think my fan has a button that says oscillation.
There's literally a button
I
with
could be totally
arrows,
wrong though, but
left and right arrows.
We'll see. We'll see.
it doesn't matter. So they
Oh,
banned
you
this
mean
guy.
the swinging.
The swinging of the fan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
something
it's called
There
us.
it goes.
That works.
Fixed.
Trying to.
Oh, got them fogged.
Yeah, you might have
I
to
might be
turn
wrong
the whole
anyway.
thing a
No,
little
it's,
bit
no,
because
it's
it's.
definitely clean.
So they take
better
out the
be
Skywrath
interested.
anyway because there's still the axe. Sure, they have the way to counteract it a little bit with the Warlock heal, but I think it puts too much pressure and then it alleviates your Lycan to farm too much. Is Bloodseeker left in the pool right now? Bloodseeker's left for Espada if they want to go for that versus this Lycan.
No, they go for the gyrocopter. So
Oh,
They love Gyro.
They do.
Even into Axe and Lycans. Axe Blade Mail, of course.
Yeah,
very
that
good
wrecks
versus
the gyro.
we've seen a lot of people like flame gyro as a hero.
But they love it. ILTW, like this team,
Yeah.
they actually pick it so often.
And apparently they're winning with it. Otherwise, they would not be in the top 3.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining.
I think Knicks played one yesterday, and they did
Yeah.
lose with
5
it, though.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
saw
If I
gyro
remember
lose.
that correctly. They
We
switched.
we saw gyro today, didn't we?
Yes.
When he built the
He built the
Mjolnir,
Mjolnir earlier. That was Kuman.
and they won that game.
Radiant
Kuma,
yeah.
gyro.
Yes.
I think the
that was
Storm
game
won the
2.
game mostly that game,
Sure,
though.
sure,
I think
sure, yeah.
Pikachu played super. He also got Arcane and DDs aplenty. Like,
Yeah.
It was actually crazy. So, okay, Disruptor versus Warlock and Naga. You can get those catches. Now they have much better catch with their Lycan as well. And they can catch during like
She
the
went
Naga
upstairs.
sleep or in the back lines when there's an upheaval casted. You
She
can
opened the
cancel
door
that.
and went upstairs.
That could be pretty nice.
10 seconds remaining.
Because if this Disruptor can get a good glimpse and Lycan can stick on a target, this is going to be really tough fights for Espada. Because Gyro versus Lycan, it's that timing. Lycan's going to be stronger in the early game.
Doom.
Okay. Safe, strong pick.
By the way, for this matchup, are we favoring Espada here?
I think so.
I'm a bit
Alright.
torn, to be honest.
I think this
Like,
it's
just on
close.
paper, like just in general, without looking at the draft.
No, I know, no. in terms
I
of
like
the teams,
Spirit,
but
personally.
Spirit. I mean, Spirit should on paper be the
10
better side.
seconds
You think so?
Because
So-
I mean, these guys. I don't know. It's the old VP. Like these guys were.
5 seconds remaining.
They were the top of CIS, or at least very close to it. A lot of these guys.
Thing is that both these teams play very fast, and that's what I'm looking forward to in this game. And there's a Lycan on the board already, so playing fast I think would favor Spirit. I mean,
Yeah.
you said without draft though.
Yeah.
Oh, without
I
draft,
like
yeah.
Spirit.
Okay.
I'd
Personally.
I'd say Spirit.
Maybe I'm a little biased because they've got FNG. I really like FNG and G.
What you want to say, JJ?
What's that?
Sorry.
If we wanna give some sort of relevancy to the odds, which we don't have to, but we could. The odds are right now 1.96 for Spirit and 1.77 for Espada. So it looks like the algorithm, at least, is favoring Espada quite
But-
significantly.
Oh, I mean that's fair enough because what Espada did beat Spirit the other day.
Yes.
It's
so
quite
that's
close,
probably
though.
why
It's
you
quite
got
close.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think
that's what that's done.
probably
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it is quite close.
What is their second support for Spirit here?
Radiant team.
Oh, that's Owen. I was thinking maybe the cat is doing something.
I
thought so.
No, the cat
Alright.
went upstairs.
She
So-
opened the door and went
ET.
upstairs.
Ah.
She
so-
opened the door. That's smart.
Interesting. So this will be their contesting duel lane. It looks like ET Axe versus this Gyro. Now they have two different ways to counteract versus the sleep, right? They
Sure.
have the Disruptor and Elder Titan
Yep.
long distance spells that you can cancel. You can cancel TPs. You can stop the combos.
10
ET, you're gonna get vision for Disruptor glimpses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good way to secure fights around Roshan too, right? You want to have good team fight when you have Lycan, so you can secure those Roshes.
So both teams still looking leaving their mid till last.
Just leaving that mid, yeah.
So we'll see.
I really like Spear's lineup. It's
If they can get the ball rolling, they can steamroll.
Yeah.
Because this Lycan and Disruptor, right? You're going to be taking buildings. You're going to have Disruptor glimpses when you get more map control.
Like
But
the
I
one
think
thing that I feel like Espada should be ahead of based on their draft is team fight, but they're not because Team Spirit has a lot of team fight as well. So what are they doing better than Spirit in this specific game?
They've got stronger ways to go later in the game already.
Okay.
Dire team back.
Well, I'm assuming they're going to build toward that because they're going to have Gyro plus Flak, or Gyro plus Warlock, Flak Cannon plus Fatal Bonds. It's going to get better and better as the game goes on once the Gyro starts building up that damage.
You can, if you twist the
Just move the
little
base,
black nom, you
JJ.
can also move the whole
Just
thing.
move the whole thing.
You just hold it the whole time and produce and camera work.
10 seconds remaining.
So the final
5
ban.
seconds remaining.
I'm just looking at your face.
Fire team pick.
Looking at my face is funny.
Ban Queen a
funny,
pin.
yeah.
What's the G
Wow.
hero?
You smile to yourself like this.
Razor
That's fine.
again. Interesting. That's 2 razors that we see in a row.
Alright. I mean, Razor's pretty nice against the Gyro.
Yes.
Good against the Doom if you get the lane.
You can purge off the shadow word if
It
it's
is-
used on heal people. if
Because
you're
I
in
mean,
the right
I
spot.
imagine they're going to put the Lycan in the Razor on a side lane, right?
No, they had G mid razor.
Oh, they
last
did-
time.
No,
they
G
do
played
the-
Kunkka last game.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
So they put the. You don't think that? Why would they let's put the Razor mid? They wouldn't, would they? It'll be the Lycan mid, sure.
They're gonna wait to see what the last pick
Sure.
is.
Yeah.
What is
We have
Nyx's
seen
hero?
ESPADA play gyro mid a few times.
He's
as
played
well.
what?
Yeah.
Tinker. Has Nyx played Storm? No, he played Tinker and he played. I think he played a Gyro yesterday as well. Tinker looks a little hard versus Disruptor and ET. I want him to have a good lane. Maybe just Lina. Okay, they take the Lash instead. So similar to the Lina, just being able to stay distance from that Razor.
I mean, do you like picking the Lash against a team that has
Guys,
the,
we have
that
to
has
send you
the
guys
axe?
upstairs.
It's
We have to
gonna
go
be
upstairs.
You guys
Alright.
sprint.
Unscrew your microphones.
Yeah.
Again, I gotta
Wait,
put
wait,
the
hold
pos-
on, hold on.
Wait, wait, wait.
Push the button.
Now you guys are muted. You can unscrew the microphones now.
All right, they're gonna take their
Just
microphones
hold on.
upstairs. You can't.
We'll see you guys upstairs.
No, you have a. What do you think you have?
Oh,
a
yeah,
mic?
the mic's not plugged in.
Yeah, you can.
That was
They
bad.
were talking into their microphones, even though they just unplugged them.
Bye.
They, both of them, very clearly talked into the microphone. All right, Ree, who do you think's gonna win?
I think it's gonna be ESPADA
Why?
because I have decided I'm rooting for them.
So that's already okay.
Yeah, and because I'm rooting for them, it means they have good karma and it'll help them win.
5 seconds.
All right. Well, they won before in a best of 3. And let's see if they can get one. It is a best of 3 after all. This is a first game, and we've got our professional commentary duo. Can we have them on camera before we have them on audio?
I do see them right now.
Ooh, we want to see
Ooh,
them
yes.
too.
Wait, I could do this. Zip. Those are some very
Our
odd
screen's frozen.
Oh, it reset again.
It's broken, JJ. We
Oh,
don't
I have
see
to
a
run
thing.
upstairs. Give me a second.
Why?
JJ.
Okay.
Okay,
We're still
Yeah.
talking on the
we
microphone.
will provide entertainment.
We'll provide entertainment. We see the odds for Team Spirit and Team ESPADA. The best of 3 lower bracket finals here for the International 2018 Regional Qualifiers of the Commonwealth of Independent States. 3 teams remaining. That's what CIS stands for.
I'm like you're pro at this. Just really long sentences.
Really like that. If I keep talking. So it
Team
is
speak
a best of
problems.
3. Winner of this will go up against Windstrike, who are already waiting in the finals where they got for beating ESPADA yesterday. We'll see if ESPADA can make it to them again. In the meantime, we see JJ running up and down the stairs, and it is truly an entertaining sight because we have a nice setup here. What do you think, Ree? Last time you were here was last Monday. Is this an improvement?
Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm wondering where that little screen went with Twitch chat on it. But other than that,
Oh, we needed the screen to watch the games upstairs.
okay, figures.
Give me a second.
We could actually we had a laptop of our own earlier, but that was it was just too small to read. So
I brought my tablet. It should be
if
fine.
maybe if MSI is watching, maybe they want to send me a second curve monitor because I kind of
Hold
want
on.
to.
You guys are still muted. You want to go live?
They want to go live. Can they go live?
Okay, hold on. We're gonna swap to them.
Okay.
All right. Good luck with the game. Have fun.
Live.
Did they?
Yeah,
You're
you're
live. Please go.
Are we live?
You're
Yes.
screaming in the dude, I still
You
can't see
are.
the map. I'm
J-
actually in the player perspective of one of the
JJ,
players.
did you turn on in-game audio? All right. Are we live?
I'm gonna have trouble doing my looking at stuff. I'm selected on DK Bobo, so I have this player perspective.
Can you click on stuff?
I can't click on anything. How did this happen?
What have you done?
I heard a cat.
I heard a cat.
I'm scared to press stuff because I don't want to pause the game or something.
Yeah, don't pause you.
I'm gonna close all of Dota and come back.
All right. So yeah, guys, we just got pause at the moment.
Hello. I just know we're live.
Waiting on the 2 teams. We are live.
Okay, cool. The
So-
EU hub used dust, and now you revealed me. I was hiding off camera the whole time.
Oh, so apologies, guys. Looks like the teams have team speak issues at the moment. So we're waiting for them to get back in. And then we'll be able to get one with game 1 of this best of 3. Looks like the G's are going to be called, so we got to get ourselves back into it.
There we go. I'm joining. I think I'm still stuck on DK Phobos' player perspective, but that's okay. I'll make do.
Yeah.
All right, so
So we're just trying to fix this, guys. Let's see.
I'm almost in.
Are you in?
That's it.
You're in.
I can see the map. All right, I'm not
And you
on
can
DK
move.
Phobos anymore.
Ah,
All right.
beautiful. Well, you fixed it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're into this one. Game 1 of the best of 3 between ESPADA and Team Spirit. As we've just seen the 2 drafts come through. We'll see how it goes down. There's a Lycan on one of the sides. We've seen Lycan win an awful lot of games recently.
We sure have.
We'll see if ESPADA have the means to deal with the Spirit Lycan. They let it through. So they must have a plan.
So they saw the Lesh gets picked, so they're gonna dodge to the Razor versus that Lesh rack. They're gonna have Razor versus Doom. And get good static links off in this lane. They probably want to be able to move something and help this Gyrocopter bottom, though. I don't think ESPADA wants to sack ILTW entirely. I'm going to look at Biver. I'm going to be looking at Biver a lot in this game, in the beginning at least, for these Elder Titan plays. Because I think you can impact the laning phase really hard if you can, use that Spirit, stack up that damage, close the gap with the Battle Hunger. They could definitely bully this Gyro.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough lane, that one.
Yeah.
So we'll see around the runes. F and G. Eldon, they don't want to go here. There's 3 members. As we're saying, ESPADA having this aggression at the moment.
We've seen that a lot.
And yeah,
Right,
just trade the 2 halves.
3-man aggressive start, and then they TP the Warlock probably bottom right after they claim the bounties. I think Misha's going to do exactly that. TP's available. Heads down bottom right away. Nyx did miss his block in the mid lane as the Lesh, letting 1 creep forward, but so did G a little bit, but G's got the better block. That'll help this Lycan. Always keep that aggro up there and get those last hits. You want to pull it off of the Lesh. Cool.
Let's see how mid goes. As Nyx will have harass, but G will have the regen. And obviously that favourable time in terms of just getting the right clicks, getting the CS. So I think G should do okay in this lane, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he's gonna farm fine.
Should be fine.
I've
Like at least
I've
a low.
seen-
It's sure if a rotation comes in, then they can try and set something up with a Lesh.
He can start
But
getting
in
dropped
1v1.
a bit low if he gets hit by too many stuns and
Sure.
lightnings, but the sustain will start building up with that impulse. So bottom, did they block the camps at all? They did not. So now Elder Titan's going to be able to do this. You hit the heroes, and then also hit the creeps as well, so you will have a good chunk of damage to throw out.
Top lane. Please easy.
One more hit.
I think he's all the south. But I mean, FNG surely he's going to want to try and hunt this down.
Doesn't
He's
want to
easy.
get this experience.
He can cut his way through the trees, and in fact, he's still hiding in there.
Is under attack.
Looks like he'll be okay.
He's denying the creeps. So what happened was the Naga pulled the side, the big camp. So Razor had to contest that, and FNG makes the contestation onto the Doom to make sure he doesn't get free last hits. Now there's a huge wave pushing on the Illidan on this Razor. So he's going to get a lot of last hits under this. The laning phase already looking good for Spirit.
No, not bad at all.
Can Viper do the triple stack? He gets 1. He gets 2. He gets all 3
Very
on
nice.
the triangle. Excellent on Viper.
There's extra stacks for that right click, and
Beautiful.
also down the line for whoever they wish to farm it.
Yeah.
And not want to get axe, sort of the step up to a quick blink.
I think that's,
Yeah.
It's for the axe, and it's also just so you can get your spirit damage. And now he's got a
Yes.
haste rune too. See what he can do with this. He's going to have a good amount of plus damage. He's salving up preemptively as well.
Yeah, he's heading straight down bottom.
He got the full creep wave as well, plus 108. But knowing that he can hit with that briefcase.
No, just be able to take a little bit from the side pull. Spider made.
This top lane is a total disaster already for ESPADA. They actually cannot contest this Razor at all. Just keeps taking all the damage. Doom, super low armor. 0, in fact. And does not have a Satyr creep as they keep blocking the hard camp.
I mean, is there any way that Sparta could have dealt with this better, do you think? By just trying to make sure they didn't have to do this matchup, or whoever they put against the Razor, are they just going to suffer?
I think they're going to suffer no matter what in
Yeah.
this top lane.
And as you say,
Razor-
you'd rather the Doom suffer than the Gyro.
Yeah. I mean, this mid lane is the one that's crazy to me is the Lesh is not doing well versus Lycan right now. Can't even harass him even.
I'm looking at Illidan top, just diving towers, forcing BZZ all the way back.
I thought it would be much more even in this mid lane. Not so Lycan one-sided. Illidan's positioning. Not letting him get a single one of those that experience from the creep wave. He just missed 2 range creeps on the tower that doom. So level 2, and Razor's halfway to 5. That is pretty massive. Fiber. Looking for the courier.
He's going to run down a little bit by LCW, but DK Phobos, they're straight away with the battle hunger.
The fatal bonds. They're hitting it on the creeps.
Is it
with the
going to
shadow
be
word.
enough?
It should be
He's
enough.
dead. They got him. The power of the Warlock and ESPADA claiming the first blood in this match.
They needed that first blood. I mean,
Yeah.
their lanes are not going as well as they'd like them to. But I mean, Phobos isn't farming that great down bottom either. Gyro's got 17-7, 12-1.
Mid lane, 19 for 2, 23 for 12. G. Having the edge on those denies.
Look at the level advantage. A full level for Lycan. He's going to hit 6 when Nyx is level
And
4
look at
or
this
5.
rotation. Biver,
Oh.
doesn't quite manage to predict the movements to get that Echo Stomp from
think-
Invis.
He should have just waited anyway, though, right?
Yeah,
The Lycan's
didn't need to
about to be
rush.
6. I think you can just wait for the next wave to go for that type of move. Because when Lycan hits 6, if it's a level 5 Lash, that's a pretty clear-cut kill. Bounty rune spawn. Got some battles on them. 2 for 2.
Spirit getting the monsters down there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Immersion.
Emergent. He should be fine. TP out just in time before the damage builds up on Illidan. Illidan will look towards BZZ.
He offensively glyphs so that he can go for this display here a bit to harass.
Himself alive with the Scorched Earth.
Mid lane. This is the rotation. They've
That's
got
the timing. As you say, hitting 6 before Nyx does. He's able to juke out the stun, chase down. TPs will be coming through, but with 3 of them punching down onto Nyx, surely a Fairy Fire is not enough to save him, and it is. And Nyx will fall. As
The
Team
bonds.
Spirit, they are taking a lot of damage from those bonds.
Oh, it's on all 3 heroes.
Piver just able to get himself away.
Whoa. Did ILTW just solo killed the Axe bottom?
Before he hit 6.
It's level 4 Axe to level 5 Gyro now.
Getting run down by level 3 Rocket Barrage.
Must have been. ILTW. There's a reason they picked this man Gyro almost every game.
Knows how to push that hero to its limits, and finding those sort of kills 1v1 in lane before you hit 6 is not something you see all the time. And this level of play. Top lane. Illidan again looking towards BZZ. They do have FNG and Viper around. They want to go for the play, but BZZ's keeping himself safe behind the tier 1 tower. Immersion's also up here.
She almost has that Dominator now, unlike I think he's got pretty free moves to move around. Like if he just goes mid or bottom, he goes for the Gyro or the Lesh. As long as he avoids the Naga, he can pretty much run down anyone. Yeah, that shapeshift will be available in 50, so we'll more than likely see that move come out.
Phobos just taking a bit of a rest there from the
Lane.
mid. Doesn't quite have the control for G. G. Will be able to get himself away once again. And the farm for both mids looking very good at the moment.
Ooh, Nyx's regen rune popped while he was going for all that. He got hit. They did lose most of that.
So they are still trying for BZZ. It's certainly harder now that both Immersion and Misha were there behind him.
Quiet start though. Almost 8 minutes in, we've
Yeah,
only got
2
3
to 1.
kills. Some of the matches we had yesterday, we had like 10 kills or more by now.
A very gradual start from these two teams.
Yeah, let's see if they make this move to either the Gyro or the Lesh. G does have the Dominator in about 10 seconds. He took a lane creep just to help him farm originally. I guess he was a bit scared of the Lesh, right? The world kind of is his oyster when he's got this shapeshift available. Who he wants to gank. Uh-oh, Biver in the river.
Rune spot. There's the stun. Biver trying to run himself towards Roche, but won't be able to get him for the deny. There's Nyx. claims the kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Phobos got to be careful, but look in the back lines. G already making that move down. That's what we were talking about.
There we have it. Running straight for the squishies, going towards Misha. Misha has got the battle hunger on him as well, but he has the shadow word. They're diving in. G wanting to go underneath the tower, but the homing missile holds him in place. He's got the rest of the army chasing Misha. He'll get himself back in around the tree line and will be able to finish off the warlock. At the same time, up top, they run down BZZ, find a second kill Spirit. See if this party can find anything in return. They can. They're able to hold down G underneath the tower and will get the trade kill.
G had to commit a bit too far. Used the full duration of that shapeshift to dive, runs out, and then he's a quick, easy kill and a net and a stun. And now Phobos. Uh-oh. Very dead.
Got a lot of setup between those two. The net into the combo of Nyx. Nothing at this point of the game that would save any members of Spirit. That's the thing. Yeah, apart from sort of getting a nice Echo Stomp to disrupt the combo, but it happens so fast as we're seeing. Very hard to stop. Top lane, Illidan will be able to secure himself the tower. They do find Misha as well in the trees. Illidan taking quite a bit of a punch though from BZZ. BZZ will be glimpsed back by FG, but Misha runs him down, and indeed they'll lose Illidan.
That's one of those very costly deaths. You're a free farm Razor and you end up giving a kill to Doom without Doom and a 1 support. It wasn't like a 3-man committed rotation. It was just 2 heroes. That's very painful. Phobos still really struggling to catch back up as well on the Axe. The good thing is he does have those stacks as we mentioned from earlier. So if he goes for that Vanguard, he can go farm them and get close to that Blink Dagger at least.
But again, Immersion's got his eyes on him. BZZ's coming with the TP rotation. They're set up, allowing BZZ to close the gap. Does he want to drop Doom down onto this? Doesn't look like he needs to. They've got the trap. They have Nyx coming in with the finish off damage. Illidan's now there as well as Viper, but they're getting split up. Doom has been dropped down onto Illidan as they're ready to close in ESPADA. Have the lockdown with the stun from Nyx as they will take a second. G, so you can find some kills in return. Doesn't quite have the shapeshift available. Is running down Immersion with the army, just looking for the vision to get the ult off, and here we go. Ready to run in with the walls, chasing down Immersion. Put the Spirit out as well, getting the vision on the other two. Nyx and BZZ being chased as G is riding a double kill at the moment. Looking for even more as he has the stun onto Nyx. That'll be a third triple kill for G. BZZ will be fine for now by the looks of it. I'm about to say that he's coming back in.
TPs are coming down now.
Yeah, Shapeshifter's now one off. So G has to get on the escape. The neck. He's very tanky. Do have the Warlock Golem being dropped for this attempt onto G and Biver's lives, but I think, well, looks of it, they should be fine. Just able to run quick enough away. As they both get out. That's the Chaotic Offering dropped by ESPADA and doesn't achieve anything at all for them.
Yeah, a wasted golem. They didn't have their gyrocopter there. I think ILTW was farming elsewhere, picking up that drum during the majority of that. And during all this 2-team Spirit, they had the Disruptor sitting top, FNG, getting very close to that level 6 on Disruptor, which will be very nice for his team, since he's going to be their big playmaker now. Biver wasn't able to get the most done as this Elder Titan in the laning phase, just stacked up for that.
With that farmer, the Axe has now got the Vanguard. So obviously the sooner we can get the Crimson Guard, it's going to be very nice against the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, he'll get that eventually. I think he first wants Blink Blade Mail.
Sure. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Versus Leshrac and Gyrocopter, a lot of uncontrollable damage.
It is a dream game for a Blade Mail.
He's got a 4x stack on the Ancients that he's going to start farming now too. While his team is smoking and making a play. They have that Disruptor ulti. The scan does catch them though.
Oh, I mean, Phobos is falling pretty low there. It's got to be careful.
Oh my goodness, he is. Leshrac, the Nick.
See? The sleep out onto them, and that's going to be enough to allow Barber to walk himself away. Round the wraparound. Illidan, FG, they come in, they find the Leshrac. That's Nyx gone and out of the fight. Illidan with the out with the Eye of the Storm, ready to try for more. They know that Misha doesn't have the Golem ready to drop, so Misha will be chased by the wolves. He has the Shadow Word. It's not enough to save him as 2 kills picked up by Spirit. And anything more down bottom, Illidan will be temporarily held back by the net from Immersion. ILTW trying to TP out in the midst of it all, but they surround him and they have the punch to bring him down. And again, Spirit getting these kills, getting active with G's Lycan and not getting punished for it. They're getting away with it.
And it's while Axe is farming that whole time. He was farming those Ancients, he was farming those neutral camps. Biver gets a 3-man stomp during that fight to stop everybody from rotating over to help that Leshrac. A great wraparound, great pincer by Spirit. But now mid, Phobos again. Walks in too far, shows his face. 0-4 for this Axe.
He's having a rough one there.
Sure
It was
is.
it. G and Illidan are having great games, but he's got to step it up a bit, Phobos.
Yeah.
Falling a little behind.
The good thing is like they have ways to make plays without an Axe Blink Dagger this game. They have the Glimpse and the Elder Titan. And they've got, during that rotation as well, they got a good amount
Oh,
of
here we
vision.
go. Look at this JJ replay.
Oh,
ladies and
JJ
gentlemen.
replay. Yeah,
As
look
we
at that
indeed
stomp.
see the sleep
that
out
defense
onto them.
stomp.
That,
He walks
that's
away,
going to be
walking
enough to
like
allow
he's
Barber to
done.
walk
Like
himself
he's
away.
done.
They can't,
Yeah.
they can't get to Nix.
Yeah.
Illidan. And then suddenly
because
become
that
the
one
one
flash.
track. That's Nix gone
And
and out
because
of the
they don't
fight.
have
So
the-
fluent with the
they don't have the
Ico
rock.
Storm ready to
Right,
try
the
for
rock
more. They know
was
that
just early,
Misha
too.
doesn't have the golem ready to drop. So Misha will be chased by the wolves. He has the Shadow Word. It's not enough to save him. There's 2 kills picked up by Spirit. More down bottom. Illidan will be temporarily held back by the net from
ILTW.
Immersion. ILTW trying.
Just have to bail out.
And as we saw, only 2 of them managed to do so successfully.
So Nyx is going for the Yule Scepter rush, which we do tend to see on the Leshrac. However, he's versus a Lycan in this game. So the book can purge that Yule's off once you get to the book 3, but I think Yule's is just very good when you're playing versus an Axe anyway, so it's just a great item choice on Lesh. But he has to be careful when he uses it defensively versus that Lycan. Spirit's starting to claim that gold advantage now, 2k. And our Gyro isn't really in the best fighting form. Level 10 has most of the skills, of course, with that talent too, but
So
it's a scary moment for them.
a very quick catch from FNG, but it looks like the TPs are going to spook them. They don't want to commit for it with the 2 TPs coming in on ESPADA. Spirit will back away. Down bottom, Biva and G walking in, finding Nyx. We'll see G get the shapeshift up, but he will be held back for a few seconds of it by the net of Immersion. Biva still trying to chase down, but BCC's there with his own net. Turns around, throws it down onto the East T, and Biva should fall eventually. The song has come out for now, holding G back and again wasting time of his shapeshift. Can they kill him through the last moments? They have the golem, the net again. G just getting locked down, surrounded as they find the big bad wolf.
That was... Biver just... I don't know if that was like a misclick or something. He just threw the Earth Spirit to the right, and they didn't have mana for any of his other skills to allow the Lycan to chase, but they went a bit too far versus Warlock and Naga. However, they only lost their Lycan, and that was Naga Sleep and the Chaotic Offering. So this, I think, would be go time for Team Spirit.
Phobos. They have got the call off the back of the glimpse, but there's still a lot of heroes here. I don't know if that's necessarily the play they want to make when G's dead. I mean, Phobos and FNG, they wanted to go for that. Maybe they underestimated how many people were still really around. There's FNG will manage to escape, but they just lost their axe once again.
Oh, yeah, by go time, I meant when they've got more heroes
Yeah,
available. Not
that
when they've
was a
just
little
got
odd.
2 versus a still gathered ESPADA. They had ward vision as well, is the weird thing. They saw 3 heroes.
Yeah, they did. They saw everything.
Yeah, they saw everybody there.
I mean, as we saw, they had the glimpse into the call, but are you really going to kill a Lesh?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bit of a strange play. They still have some time now, because now Doom was used as well. So, Warlock ulti, Naga ulti, Doom ult, pretty long duration, long cooldowns on those, and they've got pretty much everything available for them. So I think, yeah, it's still go time for Team Spirit. Try to take those team fights. Try to take at least 4-man fights, and allow Phobos to just farm this Blink Dagger. Don't make him get involved anymore. He really needs to get a blink in this game anyway, even though they have other forms of initiation. He is 0 and 5.
Dire are
So here we go. They're going for the play while Axe farms.
Waiting to see if a member of ESPADA comes out just a little too far.
Phobos
Nyx.
is running in to join the fight too.
FNG gets the glimpse. Straight up, Static Storm, but the kinetic field doesn't kick in time. So Nyx is actually able to walk out. They pop the shapeshift for this one.
are fortified.
There's a bit of a failed catch attempt there. It's been just a few milliseconds too late for that field to kick in, and they will be able to hold. ESPADA, in fact, maybe thinking about punching back. It's hard with Phobos Axe being on the front lines. For them to get round him to the rest of Spirit. So ESPADA won't be able to fight, but they will be able to push Spirit back away from taking that tier 1 tower.
I don't think Phobos should have walked there anyway. I think he should have still just been farming during that entire time that
He's got to get that,
trying to make
as you
those
said,
plays.
the Blink and Blade Mail are going to be so huge this game.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get the... If you get a quick Blink Blade Mail in this game, it's just a dream Axe game.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. It's going to be, say, a little slower from Phobos. And even more so if he continues to sort of come to these engagements a little prematurely.
Mm-hmm. He's getting closer. 800 gold away. Their big timing is going to be the blink on that axe and then the BKB on Razor. Because majority of that damage on Espada is magical. Pretty much all of it. But they do have the net to control for BKB. And this net has been very obnoxious so far this game.
He's trying to look towards it. Go for the Echo Stomp. And it's not actually going to get on any. Look, there's an Echo Stomp into the Spirit onto nothing.
They've got a call down.
Back there. And yeah, they turn around. ILTW. The cooldown. There's the stun. Holding down the ET. Survivable 4. Missile on its way towards Illidan, but it looks like they won't chase. As now Spirit, they're the ones heading over, looking to try and have a bit of a fight. This Misha does have Chaotic Offering. BZZ does have Doom available. Spirit have to be careful about how they take this. They can't afford to get too grouped up, otherwise Misha will be ready to drop that rock.
The battle hunger damage is adding up on this Lash.
Yeah, they'll get the glimpse back, but there's the rock dropped. Down onto all of them. Doom as well onto the axe. G's popped the shapeshift, trying to get in. Looking towards Nyx. Nyx has the Shadow Word heal. They've lost the gyro. Misha getting focused by Illidan as the Razor makes a huge wraparound. The stun will catch him, but already there's the triple. 4 dead on Espada. As G is able to run down 3 of them. Illidan gets a fantastic wraparound on the high ground as they're able to sort of come in from both sides, surrounding Espada, and despite them sort of getting that opening with the Chaotic Offering, they just didn't have the control to deal with these very speedy heroes. You like them with the shapeshift, Razor being Razor, running around and just chasing them down all over the place.
They used so much to just kill Biver, the Elder Titan, and then it allowed the Lycan and the Razor just kind of run rampant, and Phobos survived throughout that entire fight. He got doomed at the start of the fight at his axe. He was just walking around. Now he's got the Blink Dagger finished.
There we go.
That was a very costly fight for Espada. Spirit maneuvered perfectly around all those ults. And they don't have that ulti-reliant of a lineup. They can just keep trying to run at them. They've got this Lycan now with the Book 3 available. Disruptor ulti is going to be up in 20. They don't have to be waiting so long to take these fights in comparison to Espada.
Let's see what they do this way. Gonna make a big reveal with it. Getting themselves on top of the gyro or the Lesh to just disable them and blow them up before they can get their spells out.
They could just make their way in Roche. They've got Book 3. They know all these ultis were used. They know Sleep, Doom, and Warlock ulti were used. This would be a great scenario for them to try to go for that. But maybe a pick off first.
There we go. Jump in. They've got the call. And they should certainly have the burst for Nyx. Nyx will be used up for now, but with 4 heroes surrounding him, Nyx will get dunked down by Phobos.
And now they can do it.
Absolutely. As you say, lack of ult still, and now no Leshrac. This should be a free opening for Spirit to head into the pit and clean up Roche without any sort of major interruption from Espada. And here's Espada. They are heading over. It's going to be tough. Phobos just positioning himself up on the high ground, acting sort of that wall between Espada and the Roshan. Drop the Static Storm actually down onto him with the Stomp. It's going to bring the Naga Siren down pretty low.
Shapeshift is ready.
And
so
with the BKB, Illidan chasing in. Look at the Purge slow onto ILTW, and look at him and Immersion just fall. Immersion comes back in with the song, but ends up dying to the plasma field, as it were. As that again will be 2 more heroes down on Espada. I'm sure they tried to do something about that Roshan, but it was always going to be hard. Team Spirit come out of that well on top with the Aegis in Illidan's hands. They're now ready to push the base. Espada may have just taken a few bad team fights as Nyx indeed caught on the front lines. Phobos straight in with the control. Nyx taken out.
Is that just a Rax? There's no Lesh for 40.
I mean, they're against a Lycan. It's got to be at this stage of the game. 22 minutes in.
He's got Book in 5 seconds again, too.
At least a tier 3. We'll see how much they want to hang around. They know there's no threat of the Lesh. They've still got the Aegis on Illidan. They should be feeling pretty indestructible. In fact, Immersion getting glimpsed into the call. Immersion gets dunked down. The Chaotic Offering has been dropped. Immersion will buy it back straight away by Illidan. Working towards Misha, chasing down the Warlock. Misha will go down. The Doom did get dropped out onto this Lycan, so at least G's gone for 54 seconds. They have managed to stop them from taking the barracks. Now look towards Phobos as well. Phobos gets the call off. A few spins, bringing BZZ down low, but BZZ survives. They managed to get Phobos as well, and they do stop the push.
Yeah,
cost them a buyback on the Naga Siren, but worth it any day of the week there.
Absolutely.
Just get back in with their support and push Spirit away from the barracks.
Very nice. They needed that. That was their doom. That was their chaotic offering to defend that Rex. And a buyback. Spirit, again, go. Now they know Doom was used. Now they know Warlock ulti was used. Just keep making those plays, keep running at them.
Because they've still got the Aegis on Illidan.
Yes.
They still have Aegis on Illidan. When G's back up, he's going to have Shapeshift ready. So yeah, you've got to look towards Spirit making another fast play off the back of this timing window.
Yeah, I mean, they want to just... Their lineup is all about playing fast too with Lycan, and they don't really want this Gyro to get the space to go late game. Because if ILTW does get, he's got the Aghanim, so if he gets that BKB, if he gets that Maelstrom, then he can just sit and stand his ground, he can deal with that Lycan. But right now, he does not have the tools to deal with a Lycan with Book 3 running at him.
No, yeah, just with the Aghanims, he's no threat at all.
Yeah.
At this point. Spirit. Have got Illidan around the mid. They're going to go for a smoke play. They want to make it as sort of easy as possible. Find a pick off, then go for the push.
Yeah. I mean, if they catch Nyx again, right? He's died twice in a row in the same exact fashion.
He's there, but Illidan actually reveals himself first, and that probably is going to be enough to spook Nyx. Oh, yeah, they've got the glimpse on him, as you say. Song's down, but Illidan already popped the BKB, so he's going to work with the Eye Storm, and they've got him. That extra bit of damage there from the Astral Spirit Storm from Private getting the kill before Nyx TP's out.
It's 45 seconds without him now, too. And FNG's looking for another glimpse play.
They're going straight into the base here, Illidan and Viver. They've got the vision. There's the catch. FNG, as you say, bringing him back. The call will be off the mark, but it shouldn't matter. They have the battle hunger to slow him down, to chase him out and pick up a second. Meanwhile, mid lane, G cleans up the full set of racks. Spirit finding the perfect smoke play and turning at the end, and it's just sort of moments like that you just really feel the power of the disruptor. FNG allowing them to get such kills mid lane. BZZ getting burst down incredibly low, will survive due to the Shadow Word heal, and ILTW looking to strike back. Moves in, has managed to take the Aegis out of the hands of Illidan. DK Phobos falls once, but Illidan's ready to go for round 2. Chasing down ILTW with the static lane. One more touch would do it, but he can't quite get it. The body blocks of Misha. They'll save ILTW. Amazing body blocks of the Warlock, and now the turnaround there potentially is the Doom dropped down on Illidan. They got him, but indeed the racks are being taken. G doing the Lycan things as the army should finish up that second full set of racks.
He might die though.
I mean, it's always worth it at this stage. 25 minutes in, throwing your life away for a set of racks as a Lycan. You're doing what you need to do. Sure, he'll go down, but Spirit, they've got that advantage.
Yep.
And they are managing to keep it growing.
Man. So Nyx died. He died mid before they got the Roche. Then he died as they're pushing mid. And then he dies again as they're pushing mid the third time. Those 3 deaths were so costly by this flesh
they can't afford to have him on the... He's always getting caught out at the front.
Yeah.
Nyx. Every time. Just now that Bloodstone done on top of his dual scepter. He has to be careful. The glimpse plays from FNG have proven to be a real nightmare for Nyx to deal with.
Now they need, BKB Lash, BKB Gyros, incredibly bad.
They need the BKB's ace up.
He has no way to dodge. He's no way to dodge the glimpses.
No.
He just gets glimpsed, and he's gonna get pulled out of his Euls or anything like that.
And sure, there's sort of the song that can come in and save him, but then you're sort of forcing yourself to put the Naga and potentially the rest of the team in a dodgy position. And as we've seen, there is a BKB though.
Exactly.
So
and they have one on the Lycan now too. So if the song does come out, he can only net one of them in theory. If they can chase the Lash, like he should be able to if they get both BKBs off. Still only a 5k lead, but it's, it's the 2 full racks. The experience is also pretty even at this point too. ESPADA still needs more time for this Gyro to get online. And I don't think Spirit wants to give them that time. They're looking to keep making these plays happen. Full Manta now finished on Illidan, so he can remove himself from those roots that have been pretty pesky.
Just getting ready to push that third and final lane. Team Spirit. After already having quite a successful time on the other 2. Despite losing lives off the back of it, they've each time managed to achieve their objective.
Yeah, they're going to go for the Shrine first, just get that economy. FNG's 2-0 and 12 this game on the Disruptor. He's been in the right place at the right time almost on every occasion. Even with his deep wards too, we saw those glimpses coming out, of course. But he's been doing a very good job of not dying, not giving any free gold.
I think when you play against Spirit, you definitely got to consider Disruptor quite high up in the hero priorities in terms of banning.
Yeah.
As it can be very scary to play against. Spirit.
They're playing economy game. They're a bit afraid now because everything is up from ESPADA, so they're just trying to farm the map. They know they use their book as well to kill the shrine.
You can wait for Roche, wait for 30 minutes to get the 4 bounties.
I mean, the ideal, you wait for 30 minutes, you wait for Roche, and you wait for, like, Pipe Crimson Guard. If they get Pipe Crimson, that's going to reduce a hefty majority of ESPADA's damage, and TK Phobos is getting close, at least to the Crimson. There's that BKB finished on the gyro now, too, though, so the fear of killing the books is not there anymore. You can BKB and just kill them with the flak at no risk. These wolves... I think they caught that smoke down bottom. Very good micro by G there. Just keeping them in the base. They should be aware of this one coming out there.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
And they will use the secondary book usage now to finish up the shrine.
ESPADA starting to slightly come out of the base. They are going to jump forward. BZZ finding the opening, immediately looking towards Illidan. He gets the Doom down. That's going to be Illidan out of the fight. The perfect jump. As they head up to the high ground off the back of that smoke, which indeed, as we say, that Spirit knew was there, but didn't quite expect maybe Illidan to get jumped as quickly as he did. And now G, he gets surrounded. We'll put the BKB straight away. So look towards the easy kill, go towards Misha. That's going to be Misha taken down. Now turn his attention towards BZZ. BZZ is going to be able to walk it off by this bit G. And also look towards Nyx instead, but the stun coming through. The ult not going to quite catch anyone there from the outer time. ILTW with the BKB ready to go after the song ends as they surround G, take down the Lycan. Perfect song there from Immersion to make sure they could reset the fight, get themselves in prime position to take the team fight and knock Spirit back, really back as Viper. He's found as well. They're going to be able to get the outer time too.
Uh-oh. They kited.
Phobos, he's tempted.
Long enough. And just, that initial pick-off.
He was tempted by this kill. I mean, he'll get it. I think he's going to give his life for it, though. I don't know if that's worth it,
That's
Phobos.
definitely not
You've
worth it.
just fed your life to the gyro.
That's just 723. Look how much gold this gyro just got.
What the Spirit of just... They can't afford to do... They're 2 racks up. But if they lose fight after fight, this gyro is going to get to a point where he can quite happily push the ways out. I mean, the Lesh as well.
I mean, he's going to pass the Lycan in net worth now during this time. This is exactly what ESPADA needs to be doing in these fights. They got so much out of that one. I mean, even the Lesh Arc, even Nyx survived the entire time. So now 17 Bloodstone charges, 4,000 gold. The Shiva's pretty much done. This is, I mean, ESPADA, this is what their lineup wants to do. Take it to the later stages. Even though their 2 racks is down, they have some crazy team fight and damage now coming in. This next Roche is so crucial for Team Spirit. They cannot allow ESPADA to get this.
I've got to be careful mid lane. Getting close to one another already. Illidan. Pushing in with those illusions. Trying to get some sort of a catch here, Biver.
They know the Chaotic Offering is down, but Sleep and Doom are going to be available in 10 seconds.
Gonna make something quick happen if they want it at all.
Phobos looks like he's trying to set up for Nyx here on the bottom lane. He seems to know that this Lesh is going to step up.
And there we go. Gets the call. Has he got the damage with the Blade Mail? It's certainly going to be close, but Nyx quick with the Yule Scepter. Throws DK Phobos up into the air, goes into the trees, has the TP out. There's no way to cancel it.
It looked like he was asking for help, because he pinged that a good 10 seconds before he went.
And no one came. I mean, what G did come. He popped the shapeshift and ran over, but
looks like
wasn't there soon enough.
Nobody else had a TP. And now FNG gets chased out, and Roche is about to spawn in 10 seconds. And he did use Disruptor ulti while running. Uh-oh. Spirit, they're really falling apart here.
It's not, I mean, as we keep saying, sure, it's 2 racks up, but when you're 2 racks up and only 2k ahead, something's going wrong.
And when you're playing versus a Gyrocopter who's starting to get this big, once this Butterfly comes out, that's the biggest way to deal with the Lycan. Then the Focus Fire is just not really there. The physical damage from either of these 2 cores to bring down this Gyro.
Buyback from FNG around the pit. This is the focus. Spirit, no, they can...
warding.
BCZ just straight up into the high ground. Bible with the Yules, holding him back on the wraparound. Phobos gets the battle hung on to Nyx. Stomp, and he goes. He's got the call on to Nyx. Do they have the damage to bring down the Lesh right with the Blade Mailer? And the ult there from Bible, they do. That's the Lesh down for 15 seconds. They get the Nagasar into Immersion, buys back straight away. G with the BKB chases down ILTW. They turn towards BZZ, trapped by the kinetic field. Spirit take the fight.
ILTW spent his gold. He bought an Eagle song before that fight.
No,
There's no
he-
buyback
no,
on the
he
gyro.
didn't.
He absolutely
Oh,
did.
no, he didn't.
And he did, like, without the evasion, he still
Oh.
gets chunked down. G just gets on top of him. I think 2 crits and some static linked damage from the Razor.
I mean, if he did have buyback, you would be getting back in here and contesting this Roche with the team. But
And
as
they've
you
got the
say, he
Lesh.
can't.
Yeah,
he can't.
the Lesh is already up with the Shivas. So 45 seconds, no gyro. Can they try to take this fight anyway?
It's so hard without a gyro.
They've got Song. But
I mean,
all
they
of
could
Team
go for the
Spirit is
steal.
up.
Yeah, they could certainly try for the steal, but it looks like they're scared. I mean, Immersion did buy back. If they lose him, sure, he's just an Arkansas, but if they just lose the potential of having the Song for the defense, it's going to be incredibly hard, as we'll see. So they do get the Roche, but back on the replay. This fight again. Very nice setup from Viver.
Yeah, beautiful by Viper.
Getting that ult down onto the 2 of them. And then G on that Lycan. As you say, at this point, before ILTW does have the butterfly, the Lycan's still going to chunk through him with the BKB. Runs him down. Crimson guards out for the side 2.
I think
As they have the damage to and survivability against the gyro in his team fights to the point he's not much of an issue until he has that completed butterfly.
Yeah, it seems like ESPADA needs like everybody up inside the team fights
Yeah.
and everything to go well for them, especially if this Axe gets a jump like that. Dota's so much about these initiation plays. Clutch by Viper getting that splitter off during the Axe call. All the little things, even the blade mill, little bit of damage going on the gyro. Now they, that was a bit of a heart attack for Spirit, but they get, they now have the
Sure.
Aegis and Cheese. They needed that so badly.
I mean, it went down to just being a 1k lead, back up to 8k lead. That's a bit of an up and down game. Spirit on a bit of a rocky road, but it has been a road that for the most part, has been them leading themselves to victory.
Yeah.
Having control of the game.
Interesting. So, G went for the Feral Impulse damage. I haven't seen anyone do that in a very long time.
Are scanning.
Because the shapeshift duration, your shapeshift is all, what your hero is about. But I've seen Matu do it in the past. I think lately, though, I think all Lycan players have exclusively been going that shapeshift duration.
I mean, I guess it makes sense at the moment. I mean, the G feels, well, we win the fights with the duration of my shapeshift anyway, and we just want to hit buildings and end the game. So
Yeah.
having the damage for his army is... And we saw what he did. He ratted the bottom lane when his team were fighting. If he wants to do that, then this is going to be the talent that helps him rat the top lane when his team's fighting somewhere else.
I mean,
just
he
a little bit quicker.
He hits incredibly hard now. I mean, it's a 64%
Oh yeah,
damage.
no, it's
plus
a
now.
decent step up in damage for his whole army. Remember as well.
Yeah, it's for everything.
Yep.
Illidan also has a butterfly now finished too, so he's very, very tanky and strong for this gyro. I mean, that last fight just turned everything. It was a 1k gold lead, and now it's 11k.
It's back up to 11, huh?
Now they've got Aegis, they've got Cheese, they've got all their teals to push.
And you do just kind of have to wonder, do you think would things have been different if ILT didn't have the Eagle song and they did buy back and they did contest that rush? Could they have contested
They
with the
didn't
gyro?
have all their ultis, but they
No.
would have at least had gyro plus Lesh.
So they could have stopped Spirit getting the Aegis and Cheese.
They could have delayed, maybe.
Because now they're in this very tough position once again. With Spirit outside of the base, with the Aegis and Cheese. They've got to find somewhere to start the fight. LTW is about 600 away from having the talisman, and they will have the full butterfly. But still will, of course, mean that he's in a position with without buyback.
And he still kills himself on blade mills.
Yeah.
Or the blade mill, the one blade mill there is.
And we go for the boss, tries the call. Can't quite catch it.
Surprising that Nyx doesn't get the Yule Scepter off there on that axe.
Maybe getting a little spooked.
Yeah, I think
Sometimes
so.
we've seen Axe just jump in.
Everyone panics.
Someone's like, just get the hell away.
Yeah.
Rather than that, oh, let's initiate on this Axe.
It is scary. I mean, Phobos is the target that Team Spirit wants to focus and wants them to focus.
And there we
Fight
go.
to end Crimson.
And he goes. He's got the catch. There's the cooldown and the song coming out in response. They'll hold them back for now. Immersion. They'll still take the ET ult to the face. There's the BKB on the big barrel ball, but she's coming from the side. But there's the controls. They surround him with the static storm. Nyx has no chance to fight back. He'll have to buy back. Doom's dropped down onto G. He's able to step himself away. He does have the cheese. Can they kill him off in time before he can get it off? It doesn't look like he can because Phobos, they're blocking off the side of ESPADA from getting anywhere close to G. As G resummons the walls, turns towards Nyx. GG is called as Spirit will manage to take this game one of the best of three. Not without its hiccups, but overall, they were the team in control. They had the Lycan. maybe went a little later than they would have hoped for in
Sure.
terms of the timings they wanted to hit with the Lycan lineup, but they do manage to achieve it.
They took good fights. They got that positioning when they're on the high ground and the Axe gets the call on the gyro, the Earth Splitter comes across. That was the absolute dream for Team Spirit to come back because they were still winning, but you could see that tide kind of turning.
It was getting close. I mean, yeah, if RTW finished off his butterfly, then suddenly this fight's going to be a lot harder. We'll see the JJ replay here once again of that last fight. As it really was just another situation where Nyx got caught out a lot on the front in a lot of these fights.
And this one too, this is him feeling pretty desperate. He runs in, but again, called
Instant
with
call.
the blade mail. Look at that damage. Just drops incredibly
I mean,
fast.
they last put the Lesh into a first pick axe. It's always that worry. There's always going to be this point of the game where Axe with blade mail, and Phobos, not to sort of point a finger at him, but he didn't have the best of games at the start.
No, he struggled.
This was not an Axe having an incredible game, but it still had an incredible impact because it was an Axe that had the blade mail, and there was this points at the end of the game where he just disassembles the course.
And sure, he may have died a bit in the laning phase and whatnot, but
Sure.
he got the clutch catches that
Yeah, absolutely. He stepped it up.
He
got
killed the
plays.
Lesh in mid 3 times when they were doing those mid pushes. Then he catches the Lesh there twice. So absolutely did his job after dying a bit in the laning phase.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the best of 3 between ESPADA and Team Spirit. We're going to head over to a short ad break, and we will be right back with Game 2